Welcome to the Agrawal classes. Today we will solve some of the problems on the impact of jet. Question number 1. A jet of water 75 mm in diameter issues with a velocity of 30 meter per second and impinges on a stationary flat plate which destroys its forward motion. Find the force exerted by the jet on the plate and work done. So in question number 1, the water is given as the fluid. The diameter of the jet is given as 75 mm. So the area of the jet will be pi by 4 d square and velocity is given as 30 meter per second. As it is, jet is striking on a vertical plate or inclined or is striking on a plate perpendicular to the jet. The force is given as rho a v square. So substituting the value of this 1000 multiplied by pi by 4 into 0.075 square multiplied by velocity 30 square. So the result comes out to be equals to 3976.2 Newton. So this is the force on this plate which is stationary and is perpendicular to the jet of velocity v, and in this case the work done, as the plate is fixed, so the force multiplied by distance moved is 0, so the work done will be 0 in this particular case. Question number 2. A jet of water strikes with a velocity of 35 meter per second on a flat plate inclined at 30 degree with the axis of the jet. If the cross-section area of the jet is 25 centimeter square, determine A. the force exerted by the jet on the plate, B. the component of the force in the direction normal to the jet, and C. the ratio in which the discharge gets divided after striking the plate. In the question number 2, it is given that the velocity of the jet is 35 meter per second. The plate is inclined. The plate is inclined with the jet with an angle of 30 degree, and if the cross-sectional area of the jet, that is A of the jet, is given as 25 centimeter square, and that's all. And we have to find out the force exerted by the jet on the plate. So the force exerted by the jet on the plate is given as Fn. This is Fn is given as rho a v square sine theta, where this is the theta between the axis and the plate surface, the angle made. So if you substitute the values here, as it is given the water, so 1000 multiplied by 25 centimeter square, so it is 10 to the power minus 4. The area in meter square multiplied by velocity, it is given as 35 meter per centimeter meter per second, and sine theta, that is sine 30. So the result comes out to be equals to 1531.25 Newton. Now if we wish to find out the force, as it is required the component of the force in the direction normal to the jet, and so first we find out the component of the force is Fn, say Fx in this direction along the jet, then it will be f sine theta, and this is the value of f, and sine theta is sine 30. So the result comes out to be 765.62 Newton, and Fy is equals to f cos theta. This is the f normal. So result comes out to be 1326.1 Newton. That is the force, the component of the forces in the direction normal to the jet. This is the normal to the jet. Now the third one is required, the ratio in which the discharge gets divided after striking the plate, because some portion will go in this direction and the remaining portion will go in this direction. So say this one is Q2 and this one is Q1. Then we know that the ratio of Q1 by Q2 is equals to 1 plus cos theta upon 1 minus cos theta. So substituting the value of theta as 30, so you will get the result as 13.92. That is the ratio in which it is dividing. So that is all in this question. Question number 3. A jet of water of diameter 40 mm moving with a velocity of 30 meter per second strikes a curved plate at the center, which is symmetrical and fixed. Find the force exerted by the jet water in the direction of the jet if the jet is deflected through an angle of 120 degree at the outlet of the curved plate. In question number 3, it is given that the diameter of the jet is equals to 40 millimeter, and the velocity of the jet is given as 30 meter per second, and the jet is striking a fixed symmetrical plate at the center. That means this is the jet coming out and it is striking on a fixed symmetrical plate. Symmetrical means about the axis, this angle, if we say this angle theta and this angle theta, so this will be a symmetrical one. But in this particular case, it is given that it is symmetrical and the jet is getting deflected through an angle of 120. So this is the direction of the jet, and this jet is deflecting by an angle of 120 degree. So this theta will be equals to 180 minus 120, that is 60 degree. So when we are substituting the value of this theta, this will be equals to 60 degree. Now we have to find out the force exerted by the jet in the direction of the jet. So for that we have the formula. If we consider this direction as fx, then we have a formula rho a v square 1 plus cos theta, where theta is this half angle. So substituting the value 1000, area, the diameter is given, so pi by 4 d square multiplied by velocity square, that is 30. So say write down here 1000 into pi by 4 into 0.04 square into 30 square 1 plus cos of 60. So if we solve this one, then we get the answer as 1695.6 Newton. So only this one is required in this particular question. Question number 4. A jet of water of 20 mm diameter and moving at 15 meter per second strikes upon the center of the symmetrical vane. After impingement, the jet gets deflected through 160 degree by the vane. Presuming vane to be smooth, determine the force exerted by jet on vane, and second, the ratio of velocity at outlet to that at inlet if the actual reaction of the vane is 127 Newton. In the question number 4, the diameter of the jet is given as 20 mm and the velocity of the jet is 15 meter per second, and it is given that on a curved symmetrical plate the jet is striking at the center and is getting deflected in both the directions along the plate. The jet is coming in this direction and it is getting deflected. So one part is going here, the other part is going here. The initial velocity is say v1 and the final velocity earlier we had considered as v1, say here we are considering as v2. So in this particular case, if we assume that the plate is frictionless, then the force exerted by the jet is given as F equals to rho a v square 1 plus cos theta. The jet is getting deflected by an angle of, in this case, given as 160 degree. So this is the direction of jet and the leaving angle will be this one. In this direction it is going. So this angle is given as 160 degree. This is given as 160 degree. Now to find out this, we'll substitute the values rho 1000 multiplied by a pi by 4 d square 0.20 square because we are writing in meter multiplied by 15 velocity square 1 plus cos of, here the jet is deflected by 160 degrees, so this angle will be equals to 20 degree, so it is cos 20. Substituting this value, you will get the answer as 137.1 Newton. Okay. Now it is given, in reality the impact is not coming out to be 137.1. Instead of that, it is only 127 Newton. 127 Newton. So this will be happening only when this plate is rough and the velocity at exit is lower than velocity at inlet. So let us consider V2 by V1 as K, where the value of K will be less than 1. Then only V2 will be less. And in that particular case, the reaction will be less than 137.1 Newton. So in this case, we will say derive the formula again. Mass flow rate multiplied by initial velocity of the jet in x direction, so it is theta angle, and this one is v1, this one is v1, so it is directly v1 minus, now the jet is coming out in this direction and this angle is theta, so this will be v2 cos theta, that is 20 degree. Okay, now this formula will become rho a v v1 plus v2 cos of 20 degree. We can write v2 equals to v1k. So this equation will become rho av, that is v1 plus v2 we can write as v1 into k, v1k cos of 20 degree. So this will become rho a v1 square 1 plus k cos of 20 degree. Okay, because the velocity at the exit of the blade is reduced because of friction, and this particular thrust, that is the force, is given as 127 Newton. So here writing 127, rho we know, A we know, V1 will take as 15 meter, V2 is not there in this case, so only unknown is K. So we will solve it for K. The value of K comes out to be 0.847, that is V1 by V2, V2 by V1 is equals to 0.847. If you want to find out V2, you can just multiply it by 15 meter. So this way, when the blade is having a friction or it is a rough plate, then the velocity at the exit of the blade reduces as compared with the inlet velocity, and in that case the thrust what we are getting is reduced, and if that plate was moving, in that case the work done will also reduce. So what we are interested always, when this plate in the further reading it will be moving one, in that case we will be wanting all the time the surface to be as smooth as possible, so that there is a little or as low as possible the loss because of this friction. So this way the question number 4 we can solve. Question number 5. A jet of water from a nozzle is deflected through 60 degree from its original direction by curved plate which it enters tangentially without shock with a velocity of 30 meters per second and leaves with a mean velocity of 25 meters per second. If the discharge from the nozzle is 0.8 kg per second, calculate the magnitude and direction of the resultant force on the vane if the vane is stationary. In the question number 5, it is given that a jet of water deflected through only 60 degree from the original direction. The jet is deflected only through 60 degree from its original position, and it is passing through the curved plate and is entering at one end and leaving at the other end. So say this one is the plate, so the fluid is entering in this direction and is leaving from the plate in this direction. This is the fluid jet and it is getting deflected by the angle 60 degree only. It is given, and the velocity of the jet at inlet point is 30 meters per second, and at the exit it is given as 25 meters per second. Okay, the blade is stationary and the mass flow rate of the fluid, the water, is given as 0.8 kg per second. It is given, and we have to calculate the magnitude and direction of the resultant force on the vane, on this particular vane which is fixed. This vane is fixed. So on this vane, what is the resultant force and what is the direction of that? So in this case, let us consider this is the x-axis and this is the inlet or the incoming jet. So the outgoing jet is moving with an angle of 60 degrees, so it will be having a two component. One is here, say this is V2, then this will be V2x and this will be V2y. Okay, and in this case only V1x is there, V1y is 0. So to find out the force in the x direction, we will write Fx equals to mass flow rate into initial velocity, that is V1x, minus final velocity in the x direction, V2x. So here mass flow rate is given as 0.8 kg multiplied by V1. Initial velocity is 30 meter minus the final velocity in this direction will be V2 cos of 60 degree. Okay, so V2 is given as 25 meter per second. So we'll calculate this. Fx comes out to be equals to 14 Newton. Fx comes out to be equals to 14 Newton. And Fy, if we wish to calculate, then it is mass flow rate multiplied by initial velocity. In the y direction it is 0. First I'll write the formula V1y minus V2y. So mass flow rate is 0.8 multiplied by initial velocity is 0 minus, if I'm considering this upward direction as the plus, then the value will be equals to 25 sine of 60 degree. So solving this will give me the result as minus 17.32 Newton. This force is coming out to be negative. That means the Fy force will be acting in the downward direction and Fx force is acting in this direction. So this will be the resultant. To find out the resultant, we can say Fr or F and Fr we say resultant is equals to Fx square plus Fy square and square root. And for the tan alpha, if we say the alpha is this angle making with the x, then tan alpha is equals to Fy upon Fx. Substituting the value, it comes out to be 51 degree. Alpha equals to 51 degree in this downward direction. The angle is coming out to be minus 51, so it is this angle. So this way we can find out the force exerted by a jet entering tangentially to the plate and leaving tangentially to the plate. And in this particular case the angle is given as only 60 degree. That is not a problem, but the initial velocity and the final velocity are different, so we had simply written down the original way and then we started solving. If it could have been given the same velocity, then we should have used directly the formula. Okay. Question number 6. A jet of water of diameter 60 mm moving with a velocity of 40 meter per second strikes a curved fixed plate tangentially at one end and at an angle of 30 degree to horizontal. The jet leaves the plate at an angle of 20 degree to the horizontal. Find the force exerted by the jet on the plate in the horizontal and vertical direction. In the question number 6, it is given that the diameter of the jet is equals to 60 millimeter and the velocity of the jet is 40 meter per second, and the jet strikes the plate tangentially at one end and goes out with the other end. So say this is the plate, this is the plate, and the jet is striking tangentially at one end and is going out tangentially with the other end. So this is V1 and this is V2. The angle at the inlet is 30 degree to the horizontal. So this one is making an angle of 30 degree with the x-axis. This is x-axis, and the other one is making an angle of 20 degree. Okay, so we can write here this as 20 degree and this as 30. So we have to find out the force exerted by the jet in the plate, on the plate in the x direction, that is Fx, and the force exerted in the y direction, that is Fy, where the inlet angle of the blade is given as 30 and exit angle is given as 20. So this we are considering as theta and this we are considering as phi. This theta and phi we are taking all the time, and further in the turbine study also we will take the inlet angle of the blade as theta degree and exit angle from the blade we will take as the phi degree. So this theta and phi, you take this theta and phi only at this place. So the force exerted in the x direction is given as rho a v square multiplied by cos theta plus cos phi. Substituting the value, rho equals to 1000 multiplied by pi by 4 into d square, that is 0.06 60 millimeter, multiplied by velocity 40 square multiplied by cos of theta, that is 30 degree, minus cos of phi, that is 20 degree. So you solve this one and you get the result as 8167.6 Newton. And to find out the force in the Fy direction, we have the formula as rho a v square multiplied by sin theta minus sin phi. So again we will substitute the values, 1000 multiplied by pi by 4 multiplied by 0.6 square multiplied by v, that is 40 square multiplied by sine of 30 minus sine of 20. So if we substitute these values and get the calculate, then the result is coming out to be 1.714.57 Newton. So this is all about the jet when the plate is stationary. Question number 7. A rectangular plate weighing 60 Newton is suspended vertically by a hinge on the top horizontal edge. The center of gravity of the plate is 100 mm from the hinge. A horizontal jet of water 20 mm diameter whose axis is 150 mm below the hinge impinges normally on the plate with a velocity of 5 meters per second. Determine 1. The horizontal force applied at the center of gravity to maintain the plate in its vertical position. 2. The corresponding velocity of the jet if the plate is deflected through 30 degree and the same force continues to act at the center of gravity of the plate. Now in question number 7, this is about the hinge. In your syllabus, in the impact of jets when the plate is stationary, in that particular line only the one word is there, the plate is hinged. So in this case the question is given that you have a plate whose center of gravity G is 100 mm from the point where it is hinged. Hinged means it can move in this direction about this hinge, and the jet is striking perpendicular to the plate. Jet is striking perpendicular to the plate and is getting deflected in the 90 degree with a velocity of v, and the diameter of the jet is given as 20 mm, and this jet is striking at a distance of 150 millimeter from the hinge point. Okay, then it is given the velocity of the jet as equals to 5 meter per second, and you have to find out the horizontal force applied at the center of gravity to maintain the plate in the vertical direction. That means here we are going to apply a certain force P. So we have to find out the value of P, so that because of this impact of the jet, the plate will remain vertical. Okay, so first we will try to find out the force exerted in the x direction by the jet. So the force exerted by the jet is given as rho a v square 1000 multiplied by area, that is pi by 4 into 0.20 square multiplied by 5 square. So it comes out to be 7.85 Newton. Okay, now we know the force is acting at this particular, in this direction, and at a distance of 150 millimeter. So we'll take the moment about the hinge point. So this force multiplied by distance, that is F into 150, equals to the force which we are applying so that this plate should remain vertical, P, and this force is applied from the hinge at 100 millimeter. So P we can calculate by substituting the value of F as 7.85. So P comes out to be 11.77 Newton. So this way we can calculate how much force is required to keep this plate in the vertical position. Now for the second part of this, it is given that the plate is now inclined by 30 degree with the vertical, and the force P is acting still at the center of gravity, and we have to find out the velocity of the jet such that the plate will be in equilibrium and inclined at 30 degree. So here the forces acting are, W force act कर रहा है एक, जो इसका weight है at a distance kg and rgk, and that is equals to 100 sin theta, that is sin 30, and the force P is in the perpendicular to the plate, it is P cos theta, and it is acting at a distance of OG, and the jet force perpendicular to the plate is Fn, and this x direction is Fx, but at present we are calculating perpendicular force Fn. So Fn is acting at a distance of OH, that will be equals to OJ, that is 150 mm, divided by cos 30. So this is that distance. So we'll take the moment about point O. First we'll consider the clockwise one, W force, weight of the plate, multiplied by GK, that is 100 sin 30, 100 sin 30 degree, plus P cos theta, that is P cos 30, multiplied by OG, that is 100 mm, that is two forces are making this plate to move in the clockwise direction, and the other force which is acting is taking this plate in the anti-clockwise direction. It is Fn multiplied by OH. OH is nothing but OJ cos 30. OJ cos 30. So from this, W we know as 60 Newton, and P we had calculated already as 11.77. So if you substitute these values, then Fn comes out to be 23.205 Newton, and for cos component of this, if you x direction will consider, or say we can directly calculate, because we know that Fn is equals to rho a v square sin theta, where this theta is the angle between jet and plate. Jet and plate. So in this case, this theta what we are going to consider will be 60 degree. So substituting here 23.205 equals to 1000 into area pi by 4 into 0.02 square multiplied by v square multiplied by sin 60. So v square comes out to be 85.31. So v that way 23 or 24 meter per second we can calculate. So that way the hinge questions is there, that is in your syllabus. आपके syllabus में दिया हुआ है hinge वाला portion, तो हो सकता है कि एग्जाम में आ जाए. तो इस पर्टिकुलर केस में हमने किया कुछ भी नहीं है, हमने सिर्फ ये किया कि इसका एक बॉडी डायग्राम, फ्री बॉडी डायग्राम बनाया और यहाँ पर जो भी फोर्सेस लग रहे थे उसको हमने कैलकुलेट किया. ठीक है, और उसको कैलकुलेट करके हमने पहले Fn निकाल लिया, और Fn के लिए हमारे पास में फार्मूला है रो ए वी स्क्वायर साइन थीटा, जहाँ की थीटा जो है, यही बस एक इम्पोर्टेंट है कि थीटा जो है वो हम लोगों ने लिया था एंगल विच इज मेड बाय द जेट विद द प्लेट. जब हम लोगों ने ये फार्मूला डिराइव किया था तो हम लोगों ने प्लेट को कुछ इस तरीके से कंसीडर किया था. ठीक है, और हमने ये एंगल लिया था थीटा डिग्री. तो यहाँ पर ये प्लेट है तो इसका ये एंगल जो है ये थीटा डिग्री होगा. तो इस केस में ये 60 डिग्री होगा, क्योंकि ये प्लेट वर्टिकल थी, वर्टिकल से 30 डिग्री हुई है, तो यहाँ से ये 60 डिग्री रहेगा. तो इस तरीके से v इक्वल्स टू 9.23 मीटर पर सेकेंड आता है. क्वेश्चन नंबर 8. A jet of water of diameter 20 mm strikes a 200 mm by 200 mm square plate of uniform thickness with a velocity of 10 meter per second at the center of the plate, which is suspended vertically by a hinge on its top horizontal edge. The weight of the plate is 98 Newton. The jet strikes normal to the plate. 1. What force must be applied at the lower edge of the plate so that plate is kept vertical? 2. If the plate is allowed to deflect freely, what will be the inclination of the plate with the vertical due to the force exerted by the jet? In the question number 8, it is given that the diameter of the jet is 20 millimeter and it is striking a plate of 200 mm by 200 mm plate at the center, which is kept vertically and is hinged at the top end, and the weight of the plate is given as 90 Newton. Okay, and 98 Newton, 98 Newton, and the velocity of the jet is given as 10 meter per second. We have to find out how much force P we should apply so that at the bottom end of the plate or at the extreme end at the plate, so that the plate should remain constant. So this will be the question of a simple plate vertical to the jet. So in that case, force Fx will be equals to rho a v square, rho 1000, area pi by 4 d square multiplied by velocity 10 meter square. So the force comes out to be equals to 31.4 Newton, 31.4 Newton, and this force is acting at the CG of the plate, because this is jet is striking at the center of the plate. So we'll take the moment about point O. So it is Fx multiplied by distance 100 millimeter, Fx that is 31.4 multiplied by 100 equals to P, say the P force we are applying in the opposite direction of the jet, and it is at the extreme end, so the distance is 200 mm. So P comes out to be half of this is equals to 15.7 Newton. That is the first part of the question. Now in the second part, it is given that this force is not we are applying, we are simply leaving the plate without any force, and now the jet is applied with the same velocity, and we have to find out at what angle with this vertical this plate will be in equilibrium. That is, the force exerted by this jet will be, the moment exerted by this jet force will be equal to the moment exerted by the weight of the plate. So in this particular case, let us consider Fn is the force perpendicular to the plate because of this jet is acting, and the weight of the body is acting through the center of gravity, and this angle is say phi, and we have to calculate this phi angle. So we'll take again the moment about point O. W is making this plate to move in the clockwise direction, so W multiplied by, it is the distance k into g, that is OG sine theta. So it is gk is equals to OG sine phi, sine phi. So OG is given as 100 millimeter multiplied by cos of phi, that is phi. We'll write simply phi. Okay. And the other force is trying to move this plate in the anti-clockwise direction, and that force is Fn, and it is acting in the at a distance of OH, and OH is nothing but OJ, that is 100 millimeter divided by cos of phi. So it is OJ, that is 100 millimeter, the center of gravity. When this plate was at the vertical point, then this was the 100 millimeter, because jet is striking at the 100 millimeter center from the jet, center of the plate, that is 100 millimeter. So 100 divided by cos of 30. So it is 100 divided by cos of phi. This angle is not 30, it is phi. So it is cos of phi. So from this we know the value of W as 98 Newton multiplied by 100 into cos phi equals to Fn into 100 upon cos phi. This is one relation. And Fn, if we are considering our original question, then in that case what we had considered this, a plate is there which is inclined with the jet by an angle theta degree. So if we'll consider in this case, then this theta is nothing but 90 minus phi, because this is 90 degree and this is phi given, which we want to calculate. So this theta will be 90 minus phi. So Fn will be equals to, we know, rho a v square into sine of theta, that is sine of 90 minus phi. So it is rho a v square cos phi. Okay, so here we will substitute rho a v square cos phi into 100 upon cos phi equals to 98 into 100 cos phi. So cos phi will cancel out. Rho we know, a we know, v is given as 10 meter per second. So only cos phi is unknown. So we'll calculate the cos phi. The cos phi comes out to be equals to just substitute the values and calculate the cos phi, and then take the phi, so cos of inverse. So the angle comes out to be 18.66 degrees. So this phi is 18.66 degrees.